Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So, let's talk, there wasn't that much information we were given. We're still over a week away from the anniversary beginning, by the way. We do kind of have some solid information that kind of shows us it's going to be on the 28th, I believe. We could expect the anniversary will be dropping on next Wednesday, the 28th. Is probably when the actual final reveal stream is going to be. Data download, banners, probably all going to happen around the same time frame as when we got the drop for Carnival Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega Shenron. Right, so I think we can very much anticipate that happening on the 28th. So we got some time here. They mentioned for the countdown an EZA. Now, I'm surprised they did not give us any details here because, I mean, the data download is going to be tonight, right? And I expect he's just going to be in there. So, kind of surprising that we didn't see his details actually just put into the video, but whatever. Carnival Super Saiyan Goku. Remember, this is a Super Saiyan Goku despite the fact that Vegeta, Piccolo, Trunks, and Gohan are here. I like this pick as an EZA. This is the first Carnival character that's going to be getting an EZA, which is very interesting. Remember that this is still technically as well a 2022 character. I've got the EZA charts from Misaka right here. And here we can go ahead and take a look. Here he is, right? So many of the characters around him have now EZA'd with the Gammas, the superhero characters, Yamcha, Path to Power, Kid Goku. We still have the string of the worldwide download celebration. A lot of people are heavily anticipating that. Maybe we could see them show up as, like, you know, Namek GDC. I feel like that could be pretty good, right? But we kind of have a couple of stragglers in 2020 and 2021. I'm not really too sure, I mean, what they're waiting for exactly with, like, Angel Frieza. I assume Angel Frieza is going to EZA the next time they venture into Tournament of Power, which very well could be for part 2 of this anniversary. So we'll keep that in mind. I don't think we'll see Tapian and Minosha or Goku and Piccolo EZA here. And it's like, so that just brings us down to 2022. Again, we're talking Daima, right, as the main characters here. And then I think there's going to be a little bit of Buu Saga as well. They might really lean in very heavily into Super EZAs, potentially. In particular, where I really think we could see some major characters show up, the 3rd anniversary LRs. Very well, I think, could Super EZA. I think that there's a decent chance we see that. And I feel like Dokkan Festeller EZAs, Super EZAing during the anniversary itself kind of feels right to me. But remember, I think, like, potentially, do we have Buu Saga here that they could lean into? Angel Super Saiyan 3 is kind of from the fight against Janemba, but maybe him, right? There's a Kid Buu. We do have Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, I suppose. Trunks and Goten are EZA. There is another Ultimate Gohan. Yeah, it could be interesting. Ultimate Gohan, huh? Because if we look at what they did in here too, like you feel like Buu Saga vibes all over this, right? You know, here's Battlefield, here's these. Like, there's Buu Saga vibes all throughout this, right? So I think that they are kind of like, you know, because Daima has close proximity to Buu Saga. I think it's kind of smart that we kind of look at this, you know, with an eye towards some of these Buu Saga characters. So we could start looking at some of these characters and maybe start trying to figure out like what type of powerful EZA they're going to be getting. Now remember, more so towards the end of the celebration, we are going to be getting the EZAs for these guys right here. And this could kind of vaguely fit into this sort of like kind of Buu Saga theme we've got going on here, right? Where it's like Daima and Buu Saga are just so closely connected. And, I mean, this would hit this in here. Remember, these characters are going to EZA, and they should be stronger than everything that's currently in the game at the moment. And then these Carnival LRs will probably, I would think, EZA right around the same time. Maybe a little bit before. Remember, last year, their EZAs were just a little bit before the 7th anniversary part 1 EZAs were, right? The part 2 characters, the Saiyan Saga Kaioken Goku and the Great Ape Vegeta. So we'll see, right? Exactly how that's going to look, right? Now, I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, wow, okay, so like the Goku doesn't have like very much here, huh? So I guess, man, are we really gonna do more Pure Saiyan leads? There's no way, right? Like Pure Saiyans again? Because I'm just trying to connect a lot of these characters together. Like the Daima here. You know what I could do? I could just literally pull up my thumbnail. That way we get like a nice clean shot of them here. But like, so like I'm just kind of curious. Like, what's something that could tie a lot of this together in terms of a category? Like them, of course, the Super Saiyan Goku, and then also these guys. I mean, it's mostly gonna be either bond of parent and child, or Earthbred Fighters. Now, Earthbred Fighters doesn't include Vegeta, but it does include most of the characters. Bond of Parent and Child hits all of them. All 4 of the 8th anniversary LRs, both of the Daima LRs, and the Super Saiyan Goku are all Bond of Parent and Child. So, I mean, that would make a ton of sense, right? Bond of Parent and Child would be a massive anniversary type category. And, I mean, maybe we could potentially see some characters EZA geared towards Bond of Parent and Child, which, you know what that immediately is going to cause me to now bring up. I mean, we got to talk about it. I think we could see this guy. I meant to hit this. I missed. I just misclicked. This guy. Majin Vegeta. He probably could EZA here, huh? The only thing about this, though, man, is there any way they could just get rid of the Trunks condition? Like, what if they just removed the condition and he just activates his intro? I mean, we've seen them. Remember, for many years, I felt like it was true where Dokkan kept the spirit of the character the same when they EZA'd them. I don't necessarily feel as though that was true all throughout the 10th anniversary year, right? 2025. So, like, maybe we can hold out cope that, yeah, they'll just change this to start a character's turn. Boom. And he'll trigger his intro. Because that would massively help him. Because Trunks usually sucks in Dokkan. Usually. Outside of, like, LR, Vegeta, and Trunks, who are, like, one of the strongest characters ever. Like, outside of, like, them, like, Trunks is usually ass. So, that really dampens this Vegeta when he needs that to be at his full power. But it's hard to say. Now, this Goku, right? One of the major things I immediately would hope that this Super Saiyan Carnival Goku is going to get, maybe 3 pages back for Vegeta and Trunks. Yeah, there we go. We need this. So, in base, they had to get hit for every attack received. EZA for every attack received or dodged. That makes such a big deal. Right now, the Artificial Lifeform Red Zone fights are the fights. So, these are the fights that we're, like, really thinking about characters with. So I would really hope that we would get that for this guy, which would then allow us to dodge. Although, it's not going to change this. Wow, dude, that's crazy. He needs to get hit 10 times for the active. 10 times! It's not getting changed, by the way. Easily. So when activating the active skill or attack him with 24 key, and then I bet you just like Beast, too, they could just add. So he's got one of those. Right? Active or with 24 key. And then they also said when activating active skill, 300% attack. I bet you they do that here. When activating the active skill, this character will get like, 300% or some shit like that. To really kind of like massively buff that active skill damage. Remember, he does also... Where is it? Oh, it's just after getting hit 10 times he gets the Scouter. Yeah. I do have high hopes, though, as a support character. Another strong thing they could do. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Buff that to 2 turns. We could be cooking. Yeah. I'm excited for this. I am. This character EZing. Remember, back around this time, it's just like, oh my god. Like, damn, for a little bit of a stretch, they just spammed. Like, oh, we've got a great Super Saiyan Goku. Well, guess what? Another one. oh, we have base form Goku. Guess what? Another one. And then guess what? Another one, right? Like, they kept doing that. Like, kind of like, you know, I guess, like, starting with this guy until, like, mid-2023. So, So there's him. We don't need Vegeta and Trunks up anymore. These two are going to be getting limited time buffs, but I mean, these are not really EZA characters. I mean, we could talk about these guys at different time. Although, remember, this is more of this Buu Saga stuff, right? So it's like this guy is still going to have this. So it's like, remember, there is always the possibility. It's very difficult for a video like this to, like, really talk about them in depth, right? But, okay, I'm looking for just, like, a banner unit character, like this Gohan right here, who could he'll EZA at some point, but, like, who knows when. This Super Saiyan Gohan, right? He's the banner unit for LR Gohan and Goten in 2019. But, like, when will he EZA? Who knows, right? Here's the 2020 Worldwide Download Celebration characters. Could Tien EZA? Who knows, right? Like, some of those characters we could see. Is there any other notable ones? There is, yeah, I was just going to say Supreme Kai and Kibito. These are both characters that came out with Tech Ultimate Gohan right here. West Supreme Kai has, like, she's not had a relevant unit basically since this in 2020, huh? Who else? Yeah, I guess technically, huh? Bio Broly movie Krillin. And he's got the Trunks and Goten stuff, too. This guy could be interesting. I mean, the Int LR Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, I mean, they want youth characters, though, and Krillin obviously is not a youth character, right? This guy will eventually EZA. We do have this. I guess they could EZA this Trunks and Goten at the exact same time. That could be good. They would need an awful lot to be relevant, though. By the way, remember, they do have a battle motion, too. They've got the Super Saiyan Trunks and Goten battle motion, which is cool. I'm just looking. Yeah, so there's this guy. So remember, these two really could super EZA during the celebration. I think that could be very exciting. They give these guys a strong super EZA. Remember, super EZAs changes only the passive. For passive transformation characters, this is in their passive. The super EZA would change this. It'd be really good. So, I mean, maybe change that to, like, 4th turn, start a battle. And, like, what if they just got rid of that HP condition? Boom, fuck it, just gone. Turn 4, start a battle. What if, right? I think that'd be pretty sick. Because remember, it's not like they're gonna, like, super attack effects will remain the same. It's not exactly like these are bad or anything, right? Those are fine. This is so crazy. This is a 2022 character. Look at this passive. Bruh. Compare it to, like, you know, I don't know, Beast. Right? You just have lines and lines and lines of lines of passive here. That's so crazy. So crazy. That's why people talk about having, like, a numbers crunch and shit, right? There's just so much to work with there. Okay, so I'm just looking for more potential, like, sub EZAs we could see. But, I mean, so yeah, this is a 2023 character. During this anniversary, we could start with the 2023 EZAs as well. So let's look. Super Buu is Buu Saga, but, I mean, I don't know about that. I've seen people talk about the possibility of God, Goku, and Beerus in the anniversary, but that's something we could more so talk with, you know, as we approach part 2. Yeah, I mean, technically, Dragon Fist at the end of the year, they can kinda, like, pretend like it's Buu Saga, but I guess 2023 Dokkan really did not have much in the way of Buu Saga, huh? Okay. That's very interesting. Well, all right, guys. I think we can end here, right? Like, we're kind of like honing in a little bit more on what's going on with this 11th anniversary. I'm really quite excited about Daima. But, you know, one thing about Daima is it doesn't give us a like crystal clear, like, oh, these are probably like the you know, 15 characters who could EZA. They could go in a number of directions, and I do think what their leader skills are could really factor into that too. That's why I was kind of like theorizing, like, which, like, categories would hit them, plus all 4 of these guys back here? Or what would include a bunch of them? What could possibly include a bunch of these guys, right? Because I think that that could also factor in. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.